So I actually have no idea where my ring light is, so ignore the lighting for right now. Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Tess, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you've not been here before. We talk about books when I read them, and I post some vlogs when I edit them. It really just depends on my mood. I need to get active about posting, but today I think is a great video to post, so let's get into it. I saw this creator post a TikTok. They didn't have their stitches on, so I was ineligible to like stitch it and talk about it on my TikTok, but I'll link the TikTok down below to give them credit. They said they saw other people do it on TikTok, but they were the first person I saw, so I'm going to credit them for that. Also, hi Weezy. My puppy is down here wanting love, so ignore that. But what their video was is basically they were turning all of their physical TBR into they turned their physical TBR into blind date with the books to make them want to read them more. So they got brown paper and they taped all of their books, and then they numbered them like 1 through however many books, and then picked a number from a jar, and that was the book they read. I'm personally a mood reader and also like forget what books I have, and when I go to the bookstore I'm like, I already have this, but I haven't read it. Like, it gets kind of annoying. So I'm gonna try to do this and hopefully have it help me get through my physical TBR, because like a lot of the books on this shelf I've read, but the books on my other shelf I haven't. So I'm gonna kind of film the process and show you guys the stuff that I got. I didn't know how much I would need, and it's October, so I figured I could use whatever I don't need for Christmas presents eventually. So this is brown wrapping paper. It's the closest thing I could find, but I also kind of want my shelves to still look cute and not boring, so this is what I got. And then it's polka dotted, but on the other side it's striped, so I think I'm gonna do like every other one. I got that, and then I work at Starbucks, so I always have Sharpies in my pockets, so I have tons of Sharpies here at home. And then I also got 2 things of this magic scotch tape because I wasn't sure how much I was gonna need, so hopefully 2 is enough, and hopefully I don't butcher this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take off all of the books I haven't read, take them off my shelf, and organize them. My plan is to kind of group series together, so like I have the entire Twilight series, but I haven't read it, so I think I'm gonna do like whatever the number the Twilight series ends up being. I'll do like 12A, 12B, 12C, if that makes sense, and then when I pull the number 12 I'll just read all of them. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm starting with this shelf. Also, should have just used this lighting, but it's fine, the intro's already filmed. I'm gonna start with this shelf because there's not as many books on it, and I want to not hate myself at the end of this. So I'm starting with this shelf, and I'm also going to not be numbering them until I have all the books down, and I'll just count them at the end and then number them, because I want it to be kind of random, except for when I get to series like the Twilight series. I think is the only one that I have. I'll just group them all together and then just leave them for the end, and then do those later, if that makes sense. We'll see guys. This is turning out so well. It is taking me about 5 minutes per book, which is a long time, but I'm saving a lot of paper by measuring it out, and my dog hair is all up in these tapes, so just ignore that. That's what you get for having a corgi. Corgi owners know. But I've been switching the wrapping paper, and then on the outside, so I save paper and don't waste it, I've been like this is where on the stripy part is where I'm gonna write the number, and then on this one I have like a dotted part where I'll write the number too. So I'm getting excited. It's working out well. I'm very happy about this. Okay, so I finished the first shelf on this bookshelf. Looks pretty cute. I'm very excited. Yeah, and I'm gonna do the rest when I get back. I'm going to get some wings, so I'll be back later. Okay, hey guys, I finished the small bookshelf. I still have that one, but I'm gonna show you. I'm 1.5 rolls of wrapping paper down, so hopefully I can have enough, and I'm at book 23 on my TBR, but let me show you. This is the first shelf completely done and rinsing. I tried to mix up the shelf so I wouldn't remember, but honestly I've not even been looking at the titles of the books. I've just been going at it. Okay, I'm directly halfway, so After counting how many I have left, plus what I've already counted, I have 66 books on my physical TBR, which is literally insane. And as much money as I spent on supplies, which was like $20, and I'm gonna have to go get more wrapping paper tomorrow, I'm gonna save hundreds of dollars because I'm not gonna buy any more books because I'm gonna be like, the numbers scare me. Anyways, I ran out of tape. It's in my car, I think, but I don't want to go get it. So I'm gonna go back to the store tomorrow to get more wrapping paper because I only have one roll left and it's only been lasting me about 20 books and I have 30 left. So, you know. And then, yeah, so I'm taking a break tonight, but I'm exactly halfway through and let me show you what my shelves look like. So this is like my favorite bookshelf, like has all my favorite books. So that's why it only has like 3 of these. And then this is like books I get sent as PR. So I have a lot of those. And then I've taken all of my books off the shelf and put them over here. So you have a huge stack of books right here and right here and then one right here. Obviously I have my work cut out for me, but yeah, I'm gonna take a break now and try to finish maybe someday so then I don't have I can cross another book off my TBR. But 66 books, that's like $1 million. Okay, currently in the Walmart parking lot in a cute fit, and I just got more wrapping paper because like I said, I have 33 more books to wrap and only 1 roll of wrapping paper, but it should be like the perfect amount. But what I'm thinking mentally right now is that it's gonna be such a waste of paper to cut up all the numbers and stuff because it's just a waste of paper. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just do one of those like randomizer apps and do numbers 1 through 33 and then make it so that it deletes the number when I have gotten it, because I just don't want to waste that much paper and it's always going to take a lot more time. Also, tangent. So this guy is standing outside the Walmart. Ignore the people walking by my car. I have no shame. But let me lock my door really fast. They were sitting outside the parking lot, or outside the door by the parking lot, smoking a cigarette, like just where everyone was walking, and it smelled like cigarette smoke so bad. And I was like, I'm literally gonna get secondhand smoke. And like, if you smoke, your business, right? Like, if you choose to put toxins in your body, like that's your business. But I didn't consent to have my lungs filled with toxins. And if you guys don't know, one of my personality traits is being a barista, and I work at a store that has a drive-through, and literally yesterday when I was at work, at least 6 people came to the window smoking cigarettes, like fully lit cigarette in their hand. And I'm like, bro, like, first of all, sign that says no smoking on the window. Second of all, have human decency. Like, I did not agree to be a part of your vice, you know? Like, I didn't decide that I was gonna smoke a cigarette, you did. But yeah, that's my little tangent, and then let's go home and finish these books. I'm also only 100 pages away, less than 100 now, from finishing Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. So once I finish Maybe Someday, at the end of the video, I'm gonna pick my next read, which is gonna be really fun, because unwrapping it is gonna be serotonin boosting to the max. So let's go home. I have just gone through my 3rd roll of paper, and I've been crafty. I've been patchworking it a little bit just because I don't want to waste paper. But I think what I'm going to do with the extra scraps, I know I said I was going to do like a little like randomizer app, but I think instead what I'm going to do is use the extra scraps of fabric or of wrapping paper and just write the numbers on there, because then I'm not wasting that paper and just throwing it away, if that makes sense. Finish wrapping all of the books, and I'll do a pan over my both shelves because I know I did one in the beginning of the last one, but I'll show like both. And I'm writing the numbers on little pieces of scrap wrapping paper, and then I need to find a jar. And then I'm going to finish Maybe Someday, and then I'm going to pick my next read, which is really exciting. This project took probably like 6 hours. I don't know. I've watched a lot of episodes of Sex and the City, and so decent amount of time for sure. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna finish this and then finish Maybe Someday, and I'm not gonna pick my next book until I finish the one before, just because it keeps it more fun. So yeah, let's go. All right, besties, we're in the home stretch. I finished writing all the numbers. Gonna do a pan of my bookshelf now because I said I would do that and then I never did. And then I'm gonna finish Maybe Someday. So let me show you. So here we have all 64 numbers. It's just the numbers that are in here. And then I'll show you the bookshelves. This is my short bookshelf. And this is my long bookshelf. And these are literally all mixed up and not where they're supposed to be. So that, I know I'm always gonna know what that is Twilight, like all of them. I just didn't want to do them separately because I haven't read any of them, and so I didn't want to pull the number of something I haven't read. So I finished Maybe Someday. If you want to see a full review, it will be on my Goodreads, but I wish Goodreads had half stars because I definitely would have given this like 3.5 versus just 3. But it had tropes I didn't really like, and the more that I read other books, the less that I like Holly Mover. Not that I don't think she's a talented author, I just think a lot of her books are very predictable and have a lot of the same like wording and things in them, but I think she's a very talented author, which is why she's very famous. But I just definitely like prefer other writing styles. But it was really good. Yeah, so I finished this and now I'm going to pick my next read. I put them all in this little Ghirardelli box that I got at the Ghirardelli store in Disneyland. I was gonna vlog in Disneyland, but I really just wanted to enjoy my trip, and also every time I say I'm gonna vlog, I never finish it. So let's mix these up and figure out what we're reading. I'm gonna pick this one. It was in the corner. Okay, number 26. So it was on the tall shelf, and I quite literally have no idea what it is because I just don't remember. Because I know that there's like series that are on that shelf. Like there's a duology, and then there's the Twilight series, and it wasn't either of those. So I don't know what it is. I'm gonna open it without looking because I don't want it to get spoiled, because I know what a lot of the books I have on my shelf look like, but not like the second I like would see the cover or like the color of it, I would know. I hope the tape is not ripping off anything on the actual book, but it is a paperback, and I'm excited. It's kind of a big paperback. I low-key have no idea. Ooh, okay. This is fun. It is intact, so that's a good sign. And my next read is going to be Neon Gods by Katie Robert, which I started when I was in a reading slump, and I've only read the first chapter, so I'm really excited to actually read this. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, I'll be opening every single book I start reading on my TikTok, starting a little series there. But yeah, thanks for coming along for the journey. Hopefully this inspired some of you to read your TBR. I know it's inspired me to read more because I have 64 books on my physical TBR. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment down below any video ideas you have. Make sure you're following me on my social medias, which are always linked in the description, and have a great day.